Who was here last week? I don't even, are you all new folks? Maybe I scared away so many people. It's gonna be a really fun but challenging class, but that's okay. I'm gonna get started. I normally wait a few minutes for people to filter in, but we only have 30 minutes together, and so I'm gonna hold on to it for as long as I can. Again, my name is Kat. I teach this class once a week at this time. I've been teaching at the college for, this is my 3rd year now, which is really exciting. And it is a very challenging, fun class. Expect to sweat, struggle, fall out of postures, and we're just gonna have fun with it today. So the first pose we're gonna start in is extended child's pose. So bring your big toes to touch, spread your knees out wide to the edge of your mat, and begin to melt your chest onto your mat, reaching forward with your arms. Modified version of this is to close your knees and keep them close together. And during this, just begin to settle in to this moment. Bring your attention to your breath and sink your hips a little lower. While I'm talking to you today, make your inhales and exhales a little longer, a little deeper than they normally are. Begin to bring some energy into your body just through your breath. This is a hard class, as I've said, and will continue to say. So make this your own. I'm going to offer modifications throughout to make it harder, to make it lighter, and acknowledge that where you're feeling today is different than where you'll be tomorrow, is different than where you were yesterday, and that's okay. So let's feel this with one inhale and exhale breath together. Inhale through your nose, feel your back rise, get nice and strong. Open mouth, exhale through your mouth, let it go. Awesome. From here, close your knees together and come to have a seat on your feet. Bring your arms up above your head like you're in mountain posture from the waist up. Engage your core. Bring your triceps in towards your ears while also melting your shoulders down your back. Inhale. Exhale, baby back bend. Cactus out your arms, send your elbows back, look up. Inhale, up to mountain. Exhale, baby back bend. Let's take 2 more of those. Inhale, mountain, open up those shoulders. Exhale, baby back bend. Here we go, 1 more. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain, something new. Drop your right arm down, reach across with your left for this amazing left side body stretch. Inhale, mountain. Exhale to the left, drop your left arm down, reach across with your right. Nice. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, bring your hands to frame your knees. So your hands are in line with your knees. We're gonna do some handstand curls. We did this last time. It's a little hard, but it's really fun. So what you're gonna do is pike up so your toes are still on the mat in the same way they were before. And your knees are as far into your chest as possible. Your shoulders are still over your wrists. You should feel this in your shoulders. You should feel this in your core. It's a million different places. And then come back down. We're gonna do 4 more of these. Exhale as you rise up. Inhale here. Exhale, pop up into a little ball. That's 4. Here we go. Down, up. That's 3. Down, up. Can you get even higher? That's 2. Down, up. And let's do 1 more. Here we go. Push up, shoulder over wrist. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Come set your knees down. We're opened a little bit now. I'm sweating already. Come into tabletop pose. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Let's take a few wrist stretches. So bring your hands to face the outside edges of your mat and rock back and forth, left and right, to apply some light pressure onto your wrists here. If this is very comfortable for you, flip your hands so they're facing your knees and rock vertically. It's a little more of an intense stretch, but we're going to be using our wrists a lot. You use your wrists in ways you don't even know. Sitting at computers all day, it's really important to stretch these babies out. And then when your wrists feel relatively open, maybe take a few more seconds to play around with some stretches. Bring yourself back into a neutral tabletop, hands facing forward. And we're going to do some cat-cow. So we inhale, look up, stick out your butt. Feel this amazing core stretch. Exhale, round forward, look between your hands, tuck your tailbone in. Here we go. On your own breath, inhale, look up for cow. Exhale, round forward for cat. So take a few of these on your own time, on your own pace. The goal here is to just open up your core because we're going to be using a lot of that today. We're here for 4, 3, high plank in 2, and 1. Bring your hands forward about an inch or 2, curl your toes under and come up into high plank, shoulders over wrists. Engage your core here. This is challenging as is. Make sure your back is in line, nice straight line. Option to stay here, or option to come onto your tiptoes, hinge forward, and then send your heels back. So we're just hinging forward and back, using our toes and our heels. The rest of our body is staying the same. This is a really intense warm-up. You can see why we just stretched out our wrists now. Keep breathing here. Whenever you get overheated, ditch a closed mouth exhale and just open mouth exhale to cool down. Option to stay here. Option to stay in high plank because that's hard enough. If you want a little more, bring all of your weight onto your left hand. Come onto your right fingertips. And then we're gonna wave our hand kind of like we're swimming. And so this is a one-handed plank on your left side. Keep your right hip in line with your left. We're here for 4, 3, opposite side in 2, and 1. Plant your right hand down, come onto your left fingertips, and then do these swimmers. Nice form, Robert, looking nice and strong. Just for 4, 3, 2, high plank, and 1. Take a moment here, recollect your breath. This is really hard stuff. Again, option to stay in high plank, or option to do some bird dog planks with me. If you're willing to go that far, lift your left toes high. Come onto your right fingertip, so opposite hand, opposite leg. And then if you have the balance, release your right hand off of the ground and hold this bird dog plank for 4, 3, opposite side in 2, and 1. Plant your right hand down, left leg down, right leg up, left fingertips up, and then catch the balance. Just for 4. Oh my gosh, I'm falling out too. 3, yes you can. Stay strong for 2, and 1. Push back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, send your chest towards your thighs. Take a nice juicy breath here. Cool down from a really intense core start to class. So as I was saying last class, there are 2 kind of extremes to downward facing dog. The first extreme is when you straighten out your legs and your chest can't get close to your thighs, and so maybe your heels don't touch the ground or something. The opposite is if you bend your legs and a lot, and you send your chest even closer to your thighs, almost to touch. You want to find some place in the middle between those 2 extremes. So you have a tiny bend in your legs, but you can also bring your chest close to your thighs. That's kind of the juiciest down dog that you can have. Nice. Inhale your right toes high. Bend your knee, open up the hip. So your right hip is nice and strong here. Feel this opening there. Breathe into it. Then hinge forward into high plank. Set your foot in between your hands. Bring your left knee down onto the ground. Rise up to kneeling crescent lunge. So we're in mountain pose from the waist up. Bring your left hip forward while also zipping in your core. So it's this kind of like juxtaposition here with your lower half. You should feel your left hip opening here. If not, sink a little lower. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. Breathe. Maybe catch a little back bend here to engage even more into your left hip. And then come into half split. Spill over your left leg, your right leg. Straighten the right leg so you're flexing your foot. And feel this amazing hamstring stretch on your left thigh. Breathe here. So you want to avoid rounding forward in this posture. You want to engage your core so your upper body is still in like this kind of diagonal. Your back is in a diagonal rather than a kind of half circle. Nice. Rebend your right leg, lizard's lunge. So bring both of your hands to the left side of your right foot. Toe heel your right foot to the top right corner of your mat. Option to stay here. This is a really intense posture as is. Option to come down onto your elbows if you're extra flexible here. Option to come off of your left knee for a little added core engagement. Wherever you are, take nice slow rocks back and forward here, opening up into the hip socket. I love this posture so much. It's very intense. And if you tried one option last class, maybe you want to try a different one this class, just to see how it feels. When you're ready, bring your toes in between your hands. So you're framing your foot with your hands once again and rise up to Crescent Lunge. Shoulders over hips, knee over ankle. Sit nice and low here. Give me a 90-degree bend in your right leg. Option to stay here. Option to hinge forward over your right thigh for an added right thigh engagement. It's tough. Sink even lower. Yes, you can. Hold it for 4, 3, warrior 2, and 2, and 1. Tee out your arms to the side wall. Keep that 90-degree bend in your front leg. Move your left hip back, your right hip back. So you're opening up into your lower half. Feel like someone is grabbing you on either end of your hands. Shoulders back and down. Breathe. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward, then down. Left arm above you, right arm below you. Option to stay here for an added core engagement. Reach forward with that top arm. For even more added in core engagement, reach forward with both arms. I'm going to take the medium option today because I'm tired. Keep that 90-degree bend in your right leg. How long can you hold it? For 4, 3, reverse warrior, and 2, and 1. TikTok your arms back so your right hand is up, left arm is on your thigh. Feel this in your right side body instead of your left. A nice counter stretch here. Then we're going to TikTok our arms into half moon pose. So TikTok your arms forward. Bring your left leg off of the ground. Your left arm is above you in a T created by your arms. Option to come into a block here. I don't know what props you guys have. This is an amazing prop for half moon pose. Find your steady posture here. So once you feel comfortable in this posture, we're going to do a kind of funky transition by coming into reverse half moon, which means we're switching our arms and turning to the right side. So your left arm comes down, your lower body stays exactly where it is, and your right arm comes up. So you're facing the right now. So your lower body is parallel to your mat and your upper body is perpendicular facing to the right. Nice, just for 4, 3, step back in Revolved Crescent, and 2, and 1. Keep your arms exactly where they are. Step back onto your left toes for Revolved Crescent Lunge. So your right arm is back, your left arm is forward. Sink a little lower here. I know your legs must be cooking. Bring your right arm down, your left arm up for Exalted Warrior. Get an even more intense left hip stretch here. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, windmill your arms down to frame your foot. Something new. Come immediately into 3-legged dog. So bring your right arm leg up, like you're in downward facing dog, but your right leg is up. Keeping your right leg a few inches off the ground. Shift forward into high plank. Shift forward even more, and then come into low plank. Option to do a few push-ups here. You can do 1 to 5 Chaturanga push-ups, meaning your elbows are as close to your body as possible. And then when you're done, plant your foot back down on the ground for upward facing dog. Shine your chest forward, engage your core, engage your glutes. Beautiful hip stretch here. And then exhale into downward facing dog. When you're in downward facing dog, see how your right leg feels a little different than your left. We're gonna go balance that part out now. Inhale your left toes high. Exhale, open, bend, and stretch that hip out here. Maybe you look outside of your armpit. Open up, maybe swirl your leg around. Just have fun with this really intense hip opener. Inhale. Exhale, round forward to high plank. Plant your foot between your hands. Set your right knee down. Inhale up to kneeling crescent. Again, zip your lower core in while also pushing your right hip forward. Maybe take the slight back bend here for an added hip opener. Left knee over left ankle. Can you sit even lower? Inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward, half splits. Flex your front foot and just release over your left thigh. And these amazing stretches, slow postures in class. Come back to your breath. Check in with your ego. How are you doing? I know I always get very sweaty in my own classes, and I always just like to laugh about it. So find a moment to laugh about something too. Rebend into your front leg, lizard's pose. Bring both hands on the inside of your left foot. Toe heel your left foot to the top left of your mat. So again, feel this in your hips. A few options here. Option for a block, option to come down onto your elbows, option to come off of the right knee. Wherever you are, feel nice and comfortable. This shouldn't be too overwhelming. And just rock back and forth, slowly opening up into your joints, waking them up for the first time today. And breathe. You guys are doing super well. Hi, Johnny. Nice to see so many people here. And Thomas, of course. Nice. When you're ready, toe heel your foot back to center, frame your left foot with your hands, and rise up into Crescent Lunge. Same setup as kneeling crescent, but your right knee is off the ground. It's a little more intense. To make this posture even more intense, make your stance even wider and sit even lower. I'm not going to today because I'm tired. Option to stay here, or option to hinge forward over your left thigh. Keep that left thigh in a 90-degree angle. Don't lose that. This is just a really intense thigh pressure pose for 4, 3, warrior 2, and 2, and 1. Tee out your arms. Parallel your back foot to the short edge of your mat. Keep your left knee at a 90-degree angle. Shoulders back and down. Feel like someone's pushing you, pulling you on either side. And again, your hips are open. So your left hip is moving left and your right hip is moving right. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle, reach forward, then down. Bring your right arm up in line with your left arm being down. This is an amazing left side stretch. For more, reach forward with that top arm. For even more, reach forward with both arms. Another modification is to come onto your thigh with your elbow. Wherever you are today is perfect. Keep engaging your core. Keep moving that right shoulder back. For 4, 3, reverse warrior in 2, and 1. Tick-tock your arms so your left arm rises. Your right arm is on your thigh, the back of your right thigh. Breathe. This is a left side stretch now. And when you're in these stretches, you want to reach up rather than back. So reach up, then back instead of just back. Nice. Tick-tock your arms forward, coming into half moon on this side. Your right leg rises and your right arm rises. This is a challenging posture, I encourage you to come onto a block or use any other props to get you there. And then once you've got it, flexing your foot, release the prop and try the full balance. Move that right shoulder back even further. Right leg up even higher. Yes, and once you feel comfortable here, come into the transition of reverse half moon. So bring your right arm down to the ground and then lift your left arm up to the left. So your lower body is parallel to your mat, hips in line with each other, and your upper body is perpendicular. Don't forget to flex that back foot. We're here for 4, 3, revolved crescent in 2 and 1. Set your toes down behind you. Keep your arms exactly where they are, like you're going in for a big hug. Nice. Inhale, sink a little lower. Exhale, exalted warrior. Bring your right arm up, left arm down for an even more intense hip stretch. Nice. Windmill your arms down. Frame your left foot. Inhale up to 3-legged dog. Exhale, come into high plank, leaving the left leg off the ground. Here are your push-ups. Do as many as you can. Whew. This is a big push. And then come into upward facing dog. Shine your chest forward. Knees are off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send it up and back. Maybe take a quick drink break. Breathe. Nice. I am out of breath already. Nice. From here, inhale your right toe. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Pulse it here. If you know what flying lizard is, this is an amazing opportunity to go into this really hard arm balance. I can't do the fullest expression because my couch is here, but you can. That is in your practice. Nice. Wherever you are, plant your left foot in between your hands for low lunge. Then come immediately into pyramid pose. So your left heel is now on the ground. So skip your left hip, your left foot a little forward, and then release over your right thigh. Breathe. Nice. Open up your left hip by bringing your left hand up. So we're in pyramid, but we're doing this amazing twist at the same time. Nice. Leaving your feet where they are, take a slight bend in your right knee and come up to reverse triangle. So your right hand is up, your left hand is down. Get that counter stretch. And then immediately come into warrior 3, key out your upper body. Breathe here. Option to stay here. Your left leg is up. Your upper body is creating a T on over your mat. Or option to take 5 pulses here with your knee. This is hard for me right now. So option to just stay in warrior 3 and struggle through that as is, or take the 5 pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing splits, bring your hands down to the mat. Your left leg rises. Susanna, you look so beautiful. Susanna is very flexible. And release over your thigh. Big transition here. Take a slight bend in your right knee and rise up to L posture. So your left leg never touches the ground. It's like tick-tocking all the way up to L. Hold this. I'm gonna step back for this one. We're in L posture. Can you get your leg even higher? Then bend into both knees. Bring your left ankle over your right thigh. Figure 4, sit nice and low. So you're creating a 4 with your legs. Option to stay here. This is a really amazing glute stretch. Or option to come into flying figure 4. What that looks like is planting your hands down, creating the chaturanga arms, hooking your left shin on your tricep and hinging forward, maybe releasing your top leg off the ground, or maybe staying in figure 4. Wherever you are, it's gorgeous. Try it out if you haven't tried it before, or just sit nice and low into figure 4. Nice. And then release everything. Shake it off. Stand up. Inhale up to mountain. Catch a baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine, hands on shins or thighs. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Option to get another round of push-ups in. Wherever you are, meet me in downward facing dog. For the last side of class, guys. Breathe here. We're all a little hotter than we were before. That's okay. Inhale, your left toes high this time. Exhale, come forward, knee to tricep, pulse, pulse, pulse. Shoulders over wrists. Option to come into flying lizard here by engaging your chaturanga arms. Straightening out both legs. Oh my gosh, this is really hard, guys. If you have no idea what I'm doing, skip it, talk to me after class, and we'll go over it together. But right now we only have a 30-minute class to get in. For 4, 3, step it through, and 2, 1. Feet between your hands. And then bring your right foot forward so you can bring your right heel down. Pyramid pose, spill over your left thigh. And relax and breathe. Connect back to why you're here, why you love yoga. Bring your right arm up, kind of opening up into the shoulder, into the hip. An amazing pyramid pose twist. Take a slight bend in your front leg and come up to a reverse triangle, left arm up. And then immediately, once you get the reverse triangle, catch the warrior 3, hinge forward, right leg rises, engage your right glutes, engage your right foot, option to stay here or option to take the 5 little pulses that we did last time. Just for 5, 4, can you get even stronger? 3, release, 2, standing splits in 2, and 1, bring your hands down, right leg up this time. A really amazing hamstring stretch. Release your neck. Take 1 big breath here. And then, you know what transition we're going into. Rock your right foot forward, all the way up to standing in L posture. Flex your toes. Get your leg even higher. I don't care what you do with your arms. Then bend into both knees so your right ankle can release on top of your left thigh. Sit nice and low for this right glute stretch. Figure 4. Option to stay here or option to catch the arm balance. Flying figure 4, bring your hands to the mat. Hook your right shin on your triceps, hinge forward, release your left leg off the ground. Option to straighten your back leg. I'm not there yet. Thomas, you look fabulous. Wherever you are, just sit nice and deep in it. We're here for 4, 3, release to mountain in 2, and 1. Shake it out, guys. Whew, nice, Susanna, looking good. Inhale up to mountain, our last one of class. Exhale, forward fold, spill it all down. Inhale up to halfway lift. Engage your shoulders behind you. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Option to get your push-ups in. Or maybe this is the time where you said you had enough. Inhale up to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. From downward facing dog, watch me jumping up into Malasana frog pose. So your feet come to where your hands are. They're pointed outwards so your hands can come into prayer pose and push your thighs away with your elbows. Sit nice and tall here. Breathe. Nice. You guys did so good. This is the cool down. You should be so proud of yourself. Come to sit on your butt for butterfly posture. Bring your insides of your feet to touch. Hinge forward over your thighs. Again, use your elbows to open up your thighs. Big transition here. We're coming from butterfly to plow. So bring your arms forward, sit back, 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 straighten out your legs in front of you, and then bring them all the way behind you. I always hit this chair every time I do this posture. I should move the chair. Plow pose. Breathe. This is my mom's favorite posture. It looks super cool and is also really amazing for your back. Slowly bend your knees. Bring your back down to the ground. Wrap your arms around your shins. Bring your forehead to your knees. Take a nice big inhale here. Sip in even more air. Even more. A little more. And then open up. Exhale, Shavasana. Let your limbs go long. Your eyes shut. And sink into your mat. You did it. You are here. You made it through 30 minutes of intense yoga. Take a minute to thank your body, thank yourself for arriving on your mat. That's the hardest part, just showing up. Thank you so much for coming and trusting me to guide you for 30 minutes. Intense 30 minutes, and we all fell out and had a great time. And your right hand on your belly, your left hand on your heart. Connect your body and mind. Option to stay here for as long as you want in Shavasana. It's a time for meditation, for stillness. And that's the end of class, guys. 30 minutes goes by so fast. I wish I had 3 hours with you. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe 1 hour. But it was so good to see all of you. Gary, my mom is here. Everyone is here. Let's see. Beatrice, of course, Beatrice.